Good day. What I'm going to discuss is the continuation of the chapter 5, which is doing oral and local history. Local history can serve as a balancer of these tendencies by showing the peculiarities in certain locales in a particular nation, region, or continent. The tendencies it was talking about was what Jasper discussed, the extreme nationalism, like what they give an example, the North Korea that uses nationalism and justifying the dictatorial and anti-democratic character of the country and how it affects the history. Studying local history can provide you an alternative interpretation on the different aspects of a nation's history. In order to fully understand what the Philippines was, it is important to study local history. As you would learn from studying local history, you will gain several knowledge about the aspect of the history and culture in the Philippines, our country. From this, you gain new and alternative interpretations of a nation's history. Local history also facilitates a historical narrative emanating from the people. Historians also call this the history from below. Ultimately, studying local history shall provide new provisions and perspective on already established local history. So, what does it mean by history from below? History from below, it is an approach. Are you familiar with that? It is an approach to the study of the past that involves uncovering perspectives, experiences, and stories. Stories of what or who. These are stories of ordinary people and their own voices. It provides social his- it provides social history without a need to rely on written records or archives. In addition, history from below, it is the historical narrative that emerges from local people. This type of history is usually under mass control, hence it is not well documented. Nevertheless, this type of propagation of an account of the history dispel the myths and perpetuate knowledge about history. What used to be generalizing narrative of the nation would start to recognize certain nuances and uniqueness in the experiences of the people coming from different localities in the nation. Narratives of a nation reflects the subjective worldview of an individual, influenced by her or his life experience. As such, all narratives are made up of combination of personal knowledge and social practices. They cannot be reduced one account only. They, however, do allow us to access various aspects of culture through interaction with the individual who can contribute another facet. Thus, local history is not just aimed at opposing the discourse and the national histories, but is also a tool of enriching these national narratives. With regards to the tools of local history, it is a powerful method of defending and enriching national narratives. It nurtures historical awareness, encourages involvement in the process of shared memory creation, and is a source of inspiration in the times of crisis. Doing local history, however, is not an easy task. Despite the seemingly smaller scope of study, historians are often faced with challenges in locating sources for local and specific objects of study. Because of the smaller scope of this data, it is very difficult to do a tracking gain analysis on a local level. Since there were so many variables involved in so many different areas, we needed to aggregate data from different locations and multiple sources. For example, it is much easier to study the life of national heroes than of a local hero. Sources abound on subjects of national importance but tend to be on local subjects. Nevertheless, this limitation should encourage to innovate and recreate local historical methodology. One important historical methodology to a local history is oral history. It is easier to study the life of national hero because they have given evidences of their contributions to the country, whereas there might be difficult to find any clue about the local hero. This is because there might be fewer people who contribute much to the society or have uh, achieved greatness or achieve greatness than those who reach fame and high positions in national politics or provide tremendous help to a national movement. So it is also important to learn about the oral history, but it is just the ending of my report. So thank you for listening and being attentive. The next lessons will be discussed.